Stupid girl.
How you can say the girl is a stupid girl, but what's up?
Stupid girl, which means you do them kind of thing on Facebook, you meet people and you do kind of character. Eh?
The man actually to get married, he asked her to take her hand in marriage.
I cut enough. I do this girl.
What trouble is this? Just so mad, man. I call you live.
Good afternoon, Aisha.
Gemma, how are you?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Gemma, I value your contribution on this, eh?
What is it about? I was outside.
All right, well, let me bring you up to speed, Gemma.
Yes,
and thank everybody who's saying they like me here. I just didn't feel like coming in today earlier. Real talk. So, Gemma, we have a young lady that's listening to the program. She's a follower of me on Facebook, and she messaged me today asking for some advice. Women do that from time to time. They message me, I don't know why me, because I'm mad like hell, and I may not give them the right advice, but they're asking me, no problem. But she asked me for some advice, Gemma. She is in a relationship with a man who's in jail. She met him last year. She started to visit him in the jail. She meet the mother. She meet the children. The man asked she to get married, and she wants us to give her advice whether she should marry this man or not. Gemma, can you give this young lady some advice?
Oh, my goodness. Well, I don't know what he's in jail for.
He's in jail for arms and ammunition, Gemma. And his case is pending.
Well, the most advice I could give her is to stay very far from that man. Please. If she values herself, she needs to stay away. I wouldn't give her no other advice more than that. You understand? Yeah,
thank you so much, Gemma. Gemma, if this young lady was your daughter, you would tell her leave that man alone.
Of course. Yes, she needs to stay far.
Do you think someone can find true love from a man in jail, Gemma? Because a lot of men are on my post saying it's only because he in jail. Why it is always saying that people has changed. Could a man transform in jail? Could a woman find true love from a jailer?
Boy, well, I don't know. You see, what has happened is that some women that they just think, well, you know what I mean? Let me try it. And she wants to try, but she takes experience. But I don't think that's a good experience, you know. She needs to stay far. If it was me, I done all already. But if it was me, I was staying away from something like that. That is something to stay far from, as far as she could. And Aisha, let me just tell you this before I go. I don't know if that was your godly friend that we doing. I listened, well, I was on this station right through. But it have a next radio that playing. And I hear the man crying. Oh my God.
But Gemma is all over the place. He just go and break down on by 102, by Sangeet, by all over. It's like Gemma whole day on every radio frequency breaking down.
What kind of thing is this?
Gemma, all you feel is joke when I tell all he's seriously mad. You think it's joke?
I said I really need to get some help.
But why me though, Gemma? Why me? How I end up in that? How I had to find help for him? How is that me? Gemma, a day I thought he would listen. I thought he used to fake, and a day I video call him. Wait on, Gemma. I thought he used to fake it. A day I video call him while he on the radio, and Gemma he answered the video call and snot running down his nose. That's all I had to tell you. It was real tears, Gemma.
No, he needs some help. He needs some help. He really needs some help. Because I feel that is some kind of sickness. Because I can see somebody on every radio station only breaking down and tears right through. So that's not a nice thing. Something has to be wrong with that person. You understand? Oh, God. Aisha?
Thank you.
Bye-bye, my darling. Bye-bye.
All right, my love. My lines are crazy. Let's see who else is on the outside. I'm going to some voice notes as well. So for those of you now tuning in and wondering what we're discussing, we have a young lady that listens to our program. It's a matter of the heart that we're dealing with in this hour. We're going to deal with all your politics and government conversations in the next hour. This young lady needs our help. Let's give her some advice. Caller, you live.
Hi, Aisha.
How are you doing?
Not too bad. All right. Honestly, I'm seeing all kind of pictures with what it is you telling me here. First picture I'm seeing that crazy is that the men in the country have a real problem when a woman has to go to Facebook to try and find somebody and then willing to settle for a man who's a prisoner. That doesn't speak very well for the men outside. when a better option is one that is in jail. Men, what are you doing? Are you existing? Or is that such a little boy running around in long pants? So that's the first picture I see wrong. Secondly, ma'am, may I give you a piece of advice? If the gentleman, you started off a relationship with a person who is a criminal, I'm not saying people don't deserve a second chance. But if after knowing you since last year, and still end up that it was not enough to have his mind changed to try and be settled, that he continue in his ways, you ain't changing him. And women have a bad way in this figure. I go change him, that don't work. If I don't change fast, because if in the start when he see the kind of person you are, and he didn't feel that it was worth enough for him to change for you, then he ain't changing again. So don't get yourself in a lot of heartache and problems and people coming and shooting up your house and police running in and your child might dead. Don't go. That is thing to run from. I don't know why people run into. I know the excitement must be nice. But I don't know, Aisha, if it is you find it exciting when a man running around the house with a cutlass. You think that's exciting?
Listen off your caller. Thank you for sharing.
Right.
My thing is this, people. I know all you're probably thinking that the woman who is involved in this relationship is young, but you would be surprised to know how many mature women are lonely and willing to put themselves in a relationship to say that they're in one. Facts. People do strange things to feel comforted, and you made a point by saying that, it says a lot for some of the men walking around outside that she found love with a man in jail, but the man in jail had nothing else but time. So what he gonna do? Gish it? Remember, time is what he has to trade, And he's going to give her the time, and sometimes women just want somebody to talk to. They just want somebody to listen, and all he have in jail is time. I want to play some voice notes and come back to your calls. I see you. Every line in the studio is lit. All you like people business, Let we go. All you love people business on this program. Oh, God, I never see my phone lines light up so to discuss anything other than people business. So let me get a little people business very quickly. All right, we're going back to some voice notes. Let's play them.
You. I being a big brother, me being a big brother of not just two ugly sisters, only I could call them ugly, right? I definitely would not advise my sister or anybody's daughter to get into a relationship like that, right? That's one. Two, there's a difference with actually knowing someone in jail and there's a difference with knowing someone in jail than interacting with them on the outside. Now, I'm not saying that people can't change, but that type of a relationship, I will not foster a relationship like that. I would not even advise anybody to stay in a relationship like that. Because you're talking about arms and ammunition, then you don't know how long this matter is pending for. Now, supposing you decide to move on, right? How would that person think about it, But that's just me. I definitely, from a man's perspective, if I were a woman, I would definitely not go down that road. And I also think that she's looking for attention, and she's looking for attention in the most unusual place, unreasonable, for that of a better word.
I don't see it as attention, though. I think she is looking for love. I see us looking for love. Remember to like the video and share the live to those of you on Facebook. I'll read your comments shortly. All right, someone says, please tell Janelle Sintans around the savannah. But what the hell? Good afternoon, Aisha. This woman needs to know her weight. It is too much baggage. A children, jailer, not sure if he will be acquitted. Woman, run, please. Let's see who's there. Caller, you live.
Yes, good afternoon to my sister Aisha.
Good afternoon.
You any bacchanals?
All you love people business,
You're making me laugh. But that's something wrong with that girl. Something wrong.
Why you say something wrong with her? Let me hear.
My mother tell us from small, when you see daylight and you make out something, don't wait for night to take flambeau to look for it. You understand? So if you seen that man is in prison for arm and ammunition, you have something that is sick with your mind. Because, and first again, you meet the man on social media. You don't know the man. He could tell anything.
But you know that is, sorry to say, you know that is how most people end up in relationships today. They're meeting people online, eh?
What?
You come from the old school when you know somebody from your village or somebody know somebody. Right now, nobody you know nobody, especially in this lockdown, nobody ain't going nowhere. They hook up to a website, whether it's tagged, Tinder. Don't ask me how I know them. But they hook on to that and they find love at your fingertips.
Yeah. But in my days, you had to go home by the girl. Go home and get to make out he too. Go home, let the mother and father see you. Let them know you talk to them. See how you treat your mother, see how you treat your father. And then we'll know, well, look, yes, there's a man here. He appreciates his mother. He loves his mother. He loves his father. And then, you don't know the man, that madness, that why you see, I was sorry to say, because look what happened just yesterday. And this one married to the woman, eh? Married to the woman, he was in prison, and look what he do to the woman. This is a living example. And if you see these things, your place is stupid. No, you have value. Put value to yourself first. You have to love yourself first before loving anybody else. And if you don't love yourself, you can't love nobody. End of story. Have a blessed day.
Thank you so much. Let me read some of the comments on YouTube. So one of my YouTubers are saying, Aisha, what if this man really loved the girl? All your unhappy people would be giving the girl bad advice. Oh, God. She come for we, she say we unhappy. No, I mean, if it's true love, how do you know true love? How do you, remember I tell all of the story had 2 parts. I only gain only 1 right now, so we'll go to the next part shortly. Yeah, we'll go there. You know, somehow all you after God is people business, so all you well intrigued. Feel free to call me. 342-0081 771-1791 is the WhatsApp number to send messages on voice notes. 466-5391 or 7188-743-860. Caller, you live. Yes.
How are you today, Aish?
Hi there, Mr. Leave It There. How are you today?
I'm not Mr. Leave It There, you know.
Oh, you sound like him, though.
Listen.
Sorry. You sound just like him.
Nah, listen. You had to have more information on that lady.
What do you mean?
Now, if she, listen to me. I'm a father. I got 2 daughters. Right? And if my daughter tell me she just see this man on Facebook and he's in jail and you want to marry, man, I will look to cut your tail. Because you have to have more sense than that. But if, let me say, she knew that person long ago, and this thing happened, it has a lot of things we have to put in the consideration.
Let me bring you up to speed. She met him a year ago.
Yeah?
She met him a year ago. She's been going to visit him in jail. She met the mother. She met his siblings. She met his children.
That ain't saying nothing for me still. 2 things I always know for a woman. 2 people to pick up with. Someone who will get in trouble with the law, a man who likes to gamble, and a drinking man, and a mother's boy. These are people women should stay away from. And if you can't stay away from them, your trouble is big trouble. Let me tell you something. Next year with 50 years I'm married. And it don't take a year or 2 days to know a man or a woman. It takes years. Years, trust me, no 2 days and 3 days. Okay? And she will end up in a big pot of hot water that she can't get out of. So lady, listen to me carefully. I'm a father, I'm a grandfather, I'm a great-grandfather. Find somebody else to shack up with or do your business with, because you're going to end up with a lot of heartache and pain that you can't even, the doctor, God, or nobody can help you with. So leave that thing alone and look for something that you seen around the tongue. And before I go, Aisha, I'll listen you from the time you start on 919. And where's your boy Taruba? Taruba.
Oh, Mr. Taruba, I ain't hear Mr. Taruba in a while, you know.
That was one of your Adam.
That was one of my main callers. Yeah, that was one of my main callers. I haven't heard Mr. Taruba in a while.
All right, girl. Keep up the good work and you have a good show going on. But tell that young lady, please.
I'm definitely doing that. I'm going to my voice notes in a while. Everybody's calling in. But somebody's saying, Aisha, you had to pay fitting music for the program. So I'm definitely going to play some fitting music for the program right now. I'm coming back with voice notes.
Wow, go my brother. Yeah, boy. You see what's going on with them gal them for the new year, boy? Only Sessa's the one, boy. Sessa. She want a Sessa. She want a Sessa. A real Sessa. What she say? Things are go mad. More zessing, less stressing. More zessing, less stressing. More zessing, less stressing. More zessing, less stressing. She want a Sessa, a real hot stepper. When she step in the room, a big Glock on the dresser. She want a Zessa, a real trendsetter. Blue notes in her pocket cause he have real cheddar. She want a Zessa with big Beretta. Extend the clip, rubber grip and copper. She want a Zessa cause she wetter. Gucci and polo, big chain on the necker. Cause she a Zessa man. Big long chain and big sleeve.
So is it a Zessa you want, Janelle?
Big long chain and big sleeve. And
I know the excitement and the jewelry and the ranking thing. This has summer we caught up in the hype.
Cause she a Zessa man. Big long chain and foam paws it. Them gal wet like the toilet. Them step out in the Gucci kit. Fashion over them wearing it. Them gal.
Aisha Wells, good afternoon, Trinidad and Tobago. Aisha, you know if you wasn't smart when you was outside on the street, you know when you reach in jail, you just get real smart. You know people that go in jail, not pastors, and come out of jail pastors because it's real smart to just get real sense in jail. So when that woman think that this man telling she boy he loves she and he's a good man and thing and he change and thing, Aisha Wells, I'm telling you, if she want a good husband, give she my number for me, please. I go be a good husband to she because that man in jail. That tell me which social media relationship you ever see last. Just name one relationship where two people meet on Facebook and they together happily ever after. Tell she the little fairy tale dream she dreaming, she need to wake up from it and find a man who could really give she love.
But it's a dating show. All of a sudden she get a whole man in Brooklyn. Janelle, don't worry, I'll get your Brooklyn number.
Good afternoon, Aisha. Tobago in the house, locked on and listening. I hear from beginning to end. Aisha, I had 2 daughters. And my advice for that person, hold on. Don't rush into nothing. He's innocent until proven guilty. We know things has happened. Don't tell the man yes, don't tell the man no. Because it could be true love. It could be true he was at the wrong place at the wrong time. And he get caught up in this thing. So I will tell she, hold up. Don't rush into nothing. You have to wait until the case done. Courting a little bit, and if the passion is there, well then you could say yes, engage. Engagement could mash up at any time, because Aisha, as you said, these things are real. It could happen. You could find true love behind bars. Some people just end up coming and married into the person, and their marriage lasts long when the person come out. Things still going. Let me be realistic. Don't know the situation. We really don't know the situation. But I waiting for the second half. For right now, I telling she, hold on. Don't say yes, don't say no. See what the relationship, see what will happen in court, and then you could take it from there. Engagement could mash up any time. So Tobago in the house, locked on and listening.
Papa.
Them gal wet like the toilet. Them step.
All right, someone says, classy woman, you were made for radio. Eh, I get true. Let's hear what you guys are saying.
Yeah, Aisha, pleasant good day. I sent in his voice note to talk on the behalf, like with a guy who speak a while ago. The guys out there who never have been in jail, to me, they may treat women worse than a man who in jail, because look down to servicemen and all, throw hot water on the wife and all them things. Servicemen and all, big sergeant and then shooting the wife and all them kind of thing. You understand? Men who never inside been in jail, lick off the wife hair and all them kind of thing, you know? So the way they bashing guys in jail, I never hear about a man who had been in jail ever treat a woman like that. You understand? But I think the girl should know, you know, find out a little more about him. Alright, and based on how she dealing with him, she must know. She must get she vibes, must get she energy, you know, unless she go with she vibes, because she could ask a question too and find out more about the guy, you know. Because, you know, it must have somebody go know the guy who that she know could tell she something, you know, so she could find out more about it. And, you know, it ain't really good to judge somebody unless you know the truth. So you can find out more about him.
Texter, I don't mean to pry into your business, but I fast real bad. And your background making me believe that you are in prison. Are you in prison? I'm not judging if you are. I have a lot of jailers listen to my program. I am nothing against jailers. You know, freedom is a must. Yeah, pray, go after God. I give you all the love. But I just found it curious from your background that you're singing as though you're in prison. So could you confirm or deny? Let me go back to the phone call. Caller, you live?
Aisha?
Yes?
Listen to me. Wayne Chance was in jail for serious things. And he married a woman. The father was against it. But she, look, I love him. And I'm going to marry to him. There are 3 boys. Well, he died now. So sometimes, you know, people change. Wayne Chance wasn't a nice fella. He spent 10 years in jail. And it was for armed robbery or something of the sort. And he came out, he changed, and he has enlightened people all over the world. So, you know, sometimes you have to overlook, and if you love him, God is in control. Maybe he could change and be a good man and be an asset to society. I'm not condemning nobody. He does without sin, cast the first stone. Later.
I wonder if this is Trevon. Texter who just text me who's singing as though you in prison. Is your name Trevon? A little fast, just confirm now. A little Makosha. Confirm if your name is Trevon and you're from Locketa. Caller, you live?
Yeah, I saw me again.
Yes.
People don't understand. You're your daughter. You want what is best for your daughter. Right? And we have experience. Everybody makes mistakes, yes. But why must my daughter be a part of that mistake? Right? You got to prove yourself. You made your mistake. Right? If you have any good intention, you want to ask the girl to marry you, you will wait until you prove yourself and prove to be a asset to society. Come on.
All right, so the texter now telling me he know his name is not Trevon. If your name was Trevon from Locketa, you that tell me your name is Trevon from Locketa. I just asking a question. I am reliably informed that the Trevon we're talking about who Janelle is in a relationship with in prison from phase 2 Locketa. If you say me, is him. That's all. Caller, you live?
Aisha.
Boy.
I walk and go and walk in the CID. You have it, you're a boss. I'll take your rank today.
I tell you anything I want to know, I could find out, you know.
You're that boss because that's the same thing. When I hear the man and I hear any noise in the background, I say, but wait, like this man in prison? You understand? Now I want to tell the gentleman who called before, Mr. Chance is a 1 in a million. Not to mention the gentleman came out, changed, and then got married. They didn't marry while he was in jail. Nonetheless, as I said before, I understand everybody deserve a second chance and whatever, but right now is a chance that you're going to take. It's a chance. And because the person have a violent history, you don't know what might end up taking place later on. As somebody asked the question, if something didn't work out later on and you decide to leave, what will be the reaction of the person seeing that they have a violent history? So all these things have to be taken into consideration. I'm not saying a person who was an angel can't turn a devil. But if you start on off with a devil, where you go get later down? You understand what I'm saying? So the possibility of it going wrong is a greater possibility. So I would think it's better you stay safe than end up sorry. You understand? Have a nice day.
I'm going back to the voice notes. All right, so the guy confirmed his name is not Trevon from Phase 2 Laukita, and he is not in prison. I'm going to go with him on this, okay?
Best advice I can give to that young lady is if in fact you're looking for love, you're looking for love in the wrong place. You're finding comfort in the wrong set of persons, right? Jail is nowhere for you to find, comfort. I might sound harsh, but honestly, that's nowhere to find love, right? For somebody to ask your hand in marriage, it means that literally at the end of the day, that person needs to know you inside out. For me, even if I was to see a woman behind bars and knowing her just by writing to her and stuff, right? That doesn't say that I know you, because what you're telling me on paper doesn't necessarily add up to you until I actually see you face to face and I can see you, smell you, and otherwise, right? Then and only then I would say, well, you know what? I will take the step of actually getting married to you or whatever. But until then, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that at all. Marrying to someone who's behind bars and stuff, that doesn't make sense because I don't know you. Your parents could be telling me something, and that doesn't necessarily need to be your story. They could concoct a story altogether. You understand? So, literally, sweetheart, find love somewhere else. Find love in Jesus Christ.
All right, so let me see what you guys are saying on the outside. I'll come back to the voice notes. I see you. Caller, you live? Caller, you there? Hello? All right, you're not ready yet. Caller, you live? Good afternoon to you. Caller, you there? Not ready yet. Good afternoon, caller, you live?
Good afternoon, Aisha. Good afternoon. How are you?
I'm good, thanks.
There's somebody, boy child, we are talking about there, right?
Yes.
Some woman, boy child. Anyhow, some people that find that karate, they get eat it normal, green and all, and they eat it. And some people say, well, that's too bitter. I can't eat that, huh? That's too bitter, boy. I'm saying that to say we have different characters as men. We have different level of discipline. We grew up differently. And so it is with women as well. Some of us women feel love as M-O-N-E-Y, love. Some of us see love as discipline. We want a man who is respectful, courteous, kind, God-fearing. It has different kind of love. I'm sure you could recall a gentleman kick a woman on the television. It was shown on the television. He threw her down a chair, kick her on the ground. It's the first time. I am 63 years and never see a man kick a woman like that. That woman go and ask for that man to come and spend Christmas with her. He was locked up in jail. So I believe it has different kind of love. My comment is half and half. I just locked on and listening.
Thank you. Well, I had to be running a dating service here because I just get a message from somebody named Ainsley on WhatsApp. Ainsley, good afternoon to you. So Ainsley wants to know if Janelle is single. She say he's looking for a woman. He from Arima. He sent me a number. But if all you see the picture of Ainsley that Ainsley sent me to send Janelle, Ainsley, all I could say is, my God. Ainsley, what going on with you? It was cold in the room. But what the hell is this with some all you this time of day? Ainsley, go with God, eh? Holy Ghost, Mary, Jesus, Allah, Muhammad, and Buddha. Call her your life. I'm telling you, what is this?
Well, not easy, eh? Well, it just had me laughing. Eh? That would keep me good. That would prevent me from being nervous and from being wrecked. Because I hear some people trying to push that young girl into the mud. And she get in the mud. None of them are going to pull her out, you know. She's going to be in the mud there with she and he. You is wisdom you have to use. Wisdom. Anybody that have a right bringing up don't want to see a gun. Anybody have a right bringing up don't want to see a gun. Nobody could have never tell me, come, if you have a car, come, you're going to a ride. Come and go and make a ride. I have to know where you are going to. What is the aim? What is the objective? I don't follow people just so. And you have to know, because easy, how you say he was in the wrong place at the wrong time. And that could have been his work. That could have been his work. This is all about the place. You understand? So you go tell the young girl, go and Aisha is not just last week. Or week before you were talking about the girl. And next girl
I tell you. Listen, I have on my Facebook page, Andrew did his message me to ask me advice. As I say, I don't know why, because I'm mad like hell. I can't give nobody good advice. But it is message me, so I just answer. And if I can't answer, just come to all you to answer for me. So every day, if you know the type of stories I just get when the day come, you go say, my God, how all them mad people walking around Trinidad?
Yeah, because they can be right in the head. You want their life is living, you know. When you take somebody, you want somebody to adore you. No, not adore. Well, I say not adore. Adore, so you adore God, the creator of the heavens and the earth. But they love you, embrace you, take care of you. You understand? You don't want somebody that you lie down in a bed and you have to think the police running in your house. If you have to be uncomfortable, you have to run under the bed. You can't travel up and down the road. You have to be looking back every time you walk in. That's mad. That's not a living. That's not a living. Seek God first. And everything will be truthful and righteous. But don't study those people who tell us to try it. They say, don't do that. Because when they get in, it's not easy to come back out. Have a blessed evening.
Thank you so much. If all you find on the YouTube and on Facebook, I only looking to the left. It's because of that picture where Ainsley sent me. Ainsley, where you send me that picture for? You want me to forward that picture to Janelle? And look now, you telling me, Aisha, I am working Carib as a technician. All of that. So all of a sudden, I just running a dating service, right, Ainsley? I find you was real wrong to send me that picture. Will you hear me breaking my neck in the studio?
That voice note together just now, that man sound like he calling straight from the Grove. You hear the background? You hear the man and making us that noise in the background? I hope he get a woman to like him inside of there too. Women out here, only look at all yourself in a better way. You can't find no love in no jail when you don't know the wicked things these people to be doing. Let me be real. And you're not proven guilty. You're not innocent till proven guilty, because what happening is guns and ammunitions and thing he get charged for. So he just making it time. It have plenty good men. Go to church and find a man. Go to church and find a man in Jesus. If you want a good man, try that. And you can still get my number too.
Brooklyn, I find you throwing salt in real man rice. Why you doing that? We have a break to take in a short while. Remember part 2 of this story coming up in the next hour. So somebody text and say, I feel Ainsley send you that picture of he leaks. Right? I'll say leaks. Yes, I don't know why he do me that. I mean, I deserve that though. Like, I deserve that. Someone says, Aisha, deceased Wayne Chance met his wife, a pastor's daughter, qualified. What your callers are saying. So I'll play some more voice notes before I go into part 2 of this story in the next hour. Caller, you're live.
Good afternoon, Aisha.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, now, that story, people mustn't be one-sided. There's not two sides to that story. First thing, there are people who can go to jail and change their life, but then the young lady have to be very careful on the other side. If the guy was this is his first and only matter, she could probably think about giving it. But if you have 2 and 3 other matters like this, it is very unlikely that lightning will strike in the same place 3 and 4 times. Young men out there are very violent now. Here what happens is some girls and some men link up with girls. And when they're ready to break up, because they start to see the real nasty ways when they start to live with them. When the girl ready to go, they're playing gun and telling the girl, you ain't going nowhere. You're good there, you'll be in this together.
We know he know how to use a gun from the charges he have. Caller, leave it there 30 seconds.
Let them young ladies be careful. If you, according to the previous caller, go to church and find a good man.
Somebody texted me, thank you. Somebody on the live say them church man worse than the man in jail. Look, all you frustrated me. I'm coming back with part 2 to this on the next side.
Big slave and she assessa man. Big long chain and big slave and she assessa man. Big long chain and big slave and she want assessa. Who fresh I could handle, she waste and apply red.
We know the streets because we talk to the streets.
Come talk with us on the street 919 FM.
Change is the only constant in life, and 2020 is definitely the year of changes. Eastern Credit Union is here to make life easier for you with our Seasons Change Loan campaign. Get up to 10 times your shares and have a chance to win a grand prize of $20,000 cash. And to make it even sweeter, your first full payment will be due on January 31st, 2021. Call Eastern Credit Union at 800-4328 or visit our website at www.ecunewexperience.com to apply for your Seasons Change Loan today. Special conditions may apply and loans are subject to normal lending criteria. This promotion runs until December 31st, 2020 and is approved by the NLC.
Eastern Credit Union, leading the way.
Ikaro, I am Alatumishe Ifabamishe Aganki, better known as MC Duke, and every Monday between the hours of 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. I host a show called Orisha, The Way of Life, right here on the Sheet 919 FM, where I have guests passing through from the Orisha Ifa Baptist Diaspora to educate, edify, and inform you, the listening public, about Orisha Ifa practices. So remember to tune in every Monday between the hours of 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. for Orisha, The Way of Life.
Trinidad and Tobago, you are in for a treat.
A Christmas treat. This year, tune in to 919 FM
to experience a radio production event never heard of or seen before in Trinidad and Tobago.
For the next 91 days, turn on Street 919 FM for a true Trini Christmas every day.
Teaching you what a Trini Christmas is all about. From October 1st to December 31st, enjoy daily
Christmas recipes,
Christmas greetings and blessings.
Hey, this is Uncle Crazy Boy. Merry Christmas.
Christmas stories from the greats.
And of course,
Parang Soca, and homegrown Christmas classic. It's a true Trini Christmas
on the street 91.9 FM. Crazy! For 91 days.
Don't miss a minute of it.
Wednesday, 7th October, 8 p.m. Hear my cry, please don't hear my cry, cause I'm drowning in my own pain.
Streaming live on Instagram at Iwer George, Facebook Neil Iwer George, and YouTube Iwer TV. It's Iwer Stage.
Every child is incredibly intelligent. Parents, reach higher. Be stronger. Join Olive Rice Club, producer of the IBG line of educational products, right here every Thursday morning at 11:15. Get the genius out of the children. Hear how you can work with the IBG phonic program and see your children learn at least 200 times faster. Remember, IBG guarantees rapid progress for champions to turn this nation around. It's right here on 91.9 FM every Thursday morning at 11:15. For more info, call 336-3896 or 725-READ.
Get interactive with the Street 919 FM.
All day, every day. See us all live on our Facebook page.
Share and comment on our show.
Like our page.
Chat with our live on-air announcers.
The Street 919's Facebook page.
Live and interactive all day, every day. The Street 919 FM.
Come talk with us.
Hey guys, it's Aisha Wells here. Listen up. If you're considering selling or renting your house in Trinidad and Tobago, then call Keelan George with O'Neill's Real Estate Group. He's a good friend of mine and he's been in the business for over 6 years. First, selling real estate in Atlanta, Georgia, and now right here in Trinidad and Tobago. He has a strategic online marketing presence that actually attracts thousands of home buyers and renters. Plus, with his home selling advice and techniques, he's getting homes sold really fast. Keelan will actually guarantee you sell your home, or get this, you can cancel the listing agreement and pay nothing at any time. That's right, you heard me, nothing at any time. Selling your home doesn't have to be stressful, people. Check out www.o'neillrealestateTT.com. O'Neill is spelled O-N-E-I-L, or just call Keelan direct at 363-4030. That's 363-4030.
Come join the Street 919 FM as we celebrate this Christmas the Trini way with Parang Jam.
Every Saturday till Christmas, join us.
We start off this Saturday, 10th October, with performances
by Rembunctious.
Myron D.
You could get me to work any day, not Christmas morning.
And Impum.
I wanted to go and parang because it's Christmas time, so I learned the parang twang to be in the parang line.
Parang Jam will be streaming live
from Iwer Stage
on the Street 919 FM's Facebook page,
Neil Iwer George Facebook page,
Iwer George IG,
Iwer TV,
and the Street on YouTube.
Tune in with us and be a part of
these dynamic performances
as we bring in this Christmas
the Trini way.
Parang Jam.
Talk your talk, but we know talk. Come talk with us. The Street 919 FM.
Miss Wells, good evening. If that's how the woman feel and she feeling certain, go brave, darling. Stay strong, go brave and take it to Jesus in prayer.
Hi, Aisha. The thing is, to be honest and to be quite frank, he's using her. I say this because he, like you say, he has nothing but time. And he sent out his, and I'm sure she's not the first, sent out his feelers via the Facebook and whatever other means, messenger, whatever. And whoever gullible young lady bites, and he feel out through the conversations they have, okay, he go with that, right? He is looking for security, that he can get a visit bag, that someone can drop things for his children, help out his mother, be there and so forth. So young lady, please run. Please, yes, God, don't judge like I think Cola just said, but God gave us common sense and choice. Please don't end up back on this show, young lady, with when he come out, for Aisha to be given a different scenario about domestic abuse. Please, please, run like Forrest Gump, run.
So I know after God is people business for summer week, and we so much in the thing that we just in it, right? We in everybody business at this point, so we done in it already. We might as well continue. So part 2 of the story, here goes. So while I'm highlighting Janelle's plight on Facebook earlier today to ask my followers, and by the way, if you're not a follower of Aisha Wells on Facebook, you need to be, because there's a lot of giveaways. Right now we have a competition going on where men comment on the most romantic thing that they've done for their significant other, and they get a chance to win a bottle of vodka. Last week we had a competition where a young lady won a bottle of Moet, and the week before that there's a competition where we're going to the salon tomorrow Me and a woman who won another competition on my page. So there's a lot of giveaways, a lot of updates. You get to find out everything you need to know right there. So if you're not following the page, you need to. Having said that, so while I highlighting Janelle's whole story on Facebook, trying to get people to give her advice, as the women who message me usually do, I get a message in my Facebook inbox. And I'm going to read the message for you guys now. Hiana Aisha, is that Trevon from Phase 2 La Hocketa that get charged with G-Man and them? Ask she that for me because I am with him too, and I met his family too. In fact, I was by Miss Maureen Sunday gone to drop off money for him. Let me know, please, so I can know how to handle my scene. Apparently, Trinidad and Tobago, Trevon from Phase 2 La Hocketa is a serial dater. He's also dating another person who inboxed me on Facebook going by the name of Swanky Candy, telling me that she is also in a relationship with Trevon after I made the post public, and that she has been with Trevon for a while, and she has met Trevon's family, and she was by Miss Maureen, apparently, who's Trevon's mother, and she was dropping off money as well to take care of goodly Trevon. So apparently Trinidad and Tobago, as the plot thickens, Trevon apparently is a serial dater. But what gets me in the entire situation is Trevon in jail. How the hell you gonna get yourself caught up in a whole love triangle with a man who in prison? And minding him too. All of you? So wait now, one drop a visit bag this week, the next one drop a visit bag next week, the next one drop a bag the next week. How is it working out? And the part I don't understand is how Miss Maureen involved in this drama. Miss Maureen from La Hocketa, if you're listening, good afternoon to you, sweetie pie. How you end up in this? So everybody that Trevon meets on Facebook or tagged or wherever he's meet them, he's going to introduce them to you. And then what is your role in it? To lure them in? To collect money? To drop off visit bag and phone card? No. So I'm going to go back to the phone lines here now that you've gotten part 2 of the story. Because a lot of it was ready to marry it off. Married off Janelle in the first hour. So let me hear if we still getting married. Should I buy the dress? Should I get the priest? Let me know. 342-0081 771-1790 146-65391. Caller, you live. Caller, good afternoon. So you was one of them who was ready to marry she off too? You had to go back to the drawing board with that one, right? The lines are open. Let's go. Caller, you live. Good afternoon.
Yeah, so I give them two of them a lot of advice now, girl. I'm not checking the scene with the two of them. What you hearing? Remanado and go.
Well, he's in Port of Spain, so Port of Spain is Remanado, right?
What all she is here for she. What she has to do is come out and go inside there and bring him up. The two of them sex serve. Like yourself.
You ain't easy, you know, madman. Thank you. So yes, my lines are crazy at the moment. Everybody now want to get back in as they hear part 2 of the scenario. Caller, you live.
Aisha.
Yes?
He's a sweet man. You have a sugar tongue.
But
you have time to talk. And you know to mince them words. You blend the ladies, the feeling like the well titillated, worldly titillation. And he's a good looking fella. He smile, you just had them smiling like an idiot, laughing like a jammet, and they happy like pappy. And once a woman happy and she smiling, she go give him some money. He bright, like them 100-watt bulky and take you know. Aisha, it's a good thing to start to investigate and let the people come and talk the truth. Aisha, you have a sweet tongue, and women like sweet talk, and some of them just burst with sweet talk. I go on, Aisha.
Oh, God, mover. Oh, God. Caller, you live.
Good afternoon to you, Aisha Wells.
Hey, how you doing, brother?
And good afternoon to the PNM listeners and them who are listening to the program right now. Aisha Wells, you come here to talk this kind of talk. Rice people cannot get bread and butter.
Who can't get bread and butter, Kingsley?
Look how nice that man living in jail. He have woman giving him bags upon bags upon bags upon bags upon bags. These women them okay in life. Rob men to mind a man in jail.
Like you get robbed already or what?
That is the behavior. That is the behavior of a woman. That is the behavior. Aisha, I cannot say where I will call a woman like that. Because I sure it have many gentlemen out here who want the opportunity, but they choose a man on the other side. How sad. How sad. And they complaining now.
Kingsley, do you know Swanky Candy from La Hocketa by chance?
I know no Swanky.
You know from the time I asking questions is because I have a reason why, eh? Could you confirm whether you just give Swanky Candy money and she also is in a relationship with Trevor Kingsley? Are you indirectly minding a man in jail?
Aisha, why are you doing that on me?
I'm just asking questions, that's all.
Me, Kingsley. I can't mind myself. I will mind a woman for a woman to mind a man in jail. That has to be in hell. That cannot be in heaven, Aisha Wells. That has to be in hell. That cannot be in heaven, Aisha Wells. How the hell I go mind a woman? Aisha Wells, explain that.
Kingsley, I am telling you from the time I ask you questions is because I already know the answer. So you absolutely certain you don't know Swanky Candy from Arima?
Arima now? I don't look at her. Which one she wears?
She from Arima. It's Trevor from Locketa. Make up your mind. Don't try to tie me up here. Do you know Swanky Candy, yes or no? Do you know Swanky Candy, yes or no?
I don't answer you already.
So you don't know Swanky Candy?
Why with you? Link me with that lady, Aisha Wells. Why with you? Why with you? What's that picture? Why? So now, I'm saying me, a picture on me. What's up?
But she just follow you though, so I don't understand how you don't know she.
She just follow me. Aisha Wells, I wouldn't have these kind of people.
All you is friends on Facebook though,
Aisha,
so how you don't know she?
And Aisha, if I know that person on Facebook, I go on unfriend it one time. Unfriend it one time. Because that is a woman who's sick. That is a woman who needs mentally Aisha Wells, that's a woman who need to go sentence. These females need to go sentence. But Aisha Wells, they choose a PNM man and what
What did PNM have to do with that now again?
Aisha Wells, if ladies out here take example from a lady who says something in this country, and I will go that to my grave. That lady said, without calling any names, that lady said, Aisha Wells, a man breathed she, and a man went, and he turned me back. I never mind the child. When the child get big, the child had to go and look for his father, because the child do not know where his father and who is his father. Aisha Wells, that woman Aisha Wells, that young lady, she said, Aisha Wells, she was a shy away from 16.
I mean, you're strain. I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, I'm not calling any names. But I'm saying to you, Aisha, I'm not calling any names. I will not call any names. People know who I'm speaking about.
I don't know who you're talking about. All I want to know is if you know Swanky Daki. I have to go.
Aisha, could I make my contribution before I go, please?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Aisha,
I want you to stick to the topic. The topic you're straying.
I am sticking to the topic, Aisha Wells. I am advising ladies out there, Aisha Wells, as a lady was speaking of men who breed them young, who like young girls. And
okay, well, when I'm discussing that topic, I will call you back. Click. Bye. When I'm discussing that, we go call you back, Kingsley, right? We on a serious course here right now, and I want you to know that your name calling in the bacchanal, eh? The reason why I asked you who Swanky Daki was because I already know the answer to who Swanky Daki is, eh? Yeah? So take care, you was indirectly mining Trevor in the jail. Just saying. Let's go to the WhatsApp.
Miss Aisha Wells, again I say, if she feel brave, go.
All right, let's see who else is there. Your voice note was half though.
Wells, you see what I was saying? Aisha Wells, Brooklyn is not no joke man, you know. He's a real man. And I tell her that from the beginning. I know the man was playing a game on that girl head. I tell you this, you just learn real. If it wasn't smart outside of jail, you just get real smart in jail, right? The man getting easy, the man have a business running, and people talking about, oh, it's love, it's love. Mr. Bego, you see you need some advice, you know. You have a serious problem, I realize that. And he just laugh and talk about Kingsley. But you need help too, Mr. Bego. Because you telling the girl to go with the flow with the man. See, I tell earlier, when he was outside, he wasn't so smart because he get caught up in crime, so he wasn't such a smart person. But he learned real tricks in prison. He learned how to survive in there. And he had a woman in them Basel there. As I say, woman, keep all your head high. Always the first teacher of any child, any boy child. So before a man become a man, they had to learn from a woman. So understand it. Woman, all you lift up all yourself and stop falling in these little stupid traps. All right? Aisha, Brooklyn, as I say, Brooklyn is not no joke. Brooklyn is serious. That's why I say he make that call from in the prison too. Just here in the background.
All right, so someone says, what did I just say? That is how it goes. He have more than one bird. That's how they refer to women, and women have no self-esteem. They settle for less. I just hope women don't fight by the jail or by Miss Maureen. Lord, Miss Maureen in the hole free too.
Aisha, why you starting up my partner like that? We're going on with you this evening. Aisha, take your time. That move, I give you the information, they're lying. And this man, Trevon is joke. Aisha, I had 19 one time. That I have was a zone off. Trevon, you had to know how to play the field.
Maury, are you encouraging men to have more than one woman and use them on my show, Maury? Is that what you're doing? Okay, so I'm getting more messages from women who are trying to get me to air their stories. Okay, I will read your stories overnight and see which ones we can share. My inbox is full with women trying to get their message out there for advice. You won't believe how much women just want advice. I don't know why they will ask me, but yeah, I'll give you.
Oh gosh, Tobago in the house here, Tobago in the house. Aisha know was something like this, you know. But according to you, the way how we like the comments, I said I was going to wait in the bar. I said, nah, Maslin. Nah, don't wait. Put in your little 2 cents. People could change. You understand? As I said in my other voice note, Mr. Wayne Chance met his wife when he was in jail and he come out and things work out. But this man is as this a man from behind bars. Well, yeah, nah. If I was them 2 young ladies, when is visiting time, both of we was going and visit him together. So let me see what he would have do inside that day. Well, yeah, Aisha, I would have be one drama queen inside that day for that wretch inside that day. He would have learned his lesson by the hook or the crook inside that you see. So are we going and tell the people and his sisters come to look for him when he come out, bam, it's both of we. Aisha, Tobago in the house, locked on and listening.
But it's how Mr. Bego want to continue the relationship is what killing me. She want to take the next woman and bounce up with he in the jail. What could he do? He behind bars. All he can do, he nothing. All he had to do is get a new sim, Mr. Bego, and then that's the end of Solomon Grandi. But wait till I really hearing in myself this hour the day, boy. Caller, your life.
Good afternoon, Aisha.
Hey, heavy duty, how are you?
I'm okay. I'm trying to listen to super pressure your pattern question.
Dynasty.
I don't know. I can't. I'm trying to listen, but I feel like going on. I'm going to the other side and here going on in the country.
So we're trying to say we're not talking about what's going on in the country?
No, you go ahead and talk about your Bacchanal and the listeners are very intrigued. but it's a more serious issue to deal with. So enjoy your afternoon. And
You come here to throw words.
Remember just tell me about that Kingsley something. Kingsley, not every time, anytime a fireman see fire, you don't run out of there. So they don't everything I jump on. You must see them sometimes to talk the things. Right? I just tell me about that Kingsley that. Tomorrow when I'm talking to you, I'll call back, right?
Kevin, all right. So tomorrow we go talk budget talk. We go talk budget tomorrow.
All right, cool. Yeah.
All right, let me go back to some voice notes.
Big long chain and big slip, and she want a zessa. Who fresh I could handle, she waist and apply well pressure. Cause she a zessa. Zessa man.
Oh, they're killing me here on the comments and the voice notes. OMG. Let's go back to them. Yeah, let's go.
But what craziness is going on with Mr. Bago? First of all, the two of them bouncing up there, and you getting on or she getting on like a crazy person, is only you looking really foolish and crazy. That is a notch for he. That is a rank for he. Two women come by the jail fighting. That real rank for he. It's only the woman letting down the self. So please, young lady, if you're listening, please don't take on Mr. Bago. No offense, Mr. Bago, but I do not know. That's so very crazy and out of timing for me what you're saying. You getting on crazy by the jail with the next woman, and on top of that too, sometimes they know about each other and they know how to behave. So two of them will meet up by the prison and they will not confront each other. You understand? Because it's an order.
One like me, I don't like embarrassment. And the mere fact that I know is now a bungalow we who minding you in the jail, I would have just bow out gracefully, take my losses and go my way, delete you and your mother number from out my phone. Then we don't forget Miss Maureen, she in the mix too. But to pick up my whole self and go up by the jail with gal to confront you, you in jail, what you could do? What he going on do? He in jail, kill any time. He go back on Facebook or wherever he just go and meet two more new woman while I eating up myself outside the jail. Look, me not all that pride now. Me not all that. Sorry, and all that shame. I have a lot of pride. Let me rephrase that. Me not all that shame at all. Not me.
Stepping at the room, a big Glock on the dresser. She want a zessa, a real trendsetter. Blue notes in her pocket cause he have real cheddar. She want a zessa with big beretta. Extended clip, rubber grip and copper. She want a zessa cause she want a Gucci and polo, big chain on the necker. Cause she a zessa man.
Miss Wells, I think that going on right now, them young girls and them doesn't want no decent man. They want a zessa man, a gun man, a little bandit man. The one that rank now, boy. A pusher man. That is the scene. And decent men who going to work every day, the 8 to 4. And bringing them an honest dollar, they don't want that. It's too simple. You understand?
Well, that is the next thing I want to go. What is it, people? And women, I want you to be honest, eh? This is for you, women. This man raised a valuable point, and that was the next part I was going to as we close off the hour. What is it about these men that intrigue us, especially if they live in life dangerously? What is the likeness? According to the gentleman, you go leave a whole man who working hard, going to church, you know, he's a good boy, he love his mother, he doing everything he's supposed to do, and we go play he, and we go find he soft, and we go find he this and he that, and we go rob he, and he's a stupidity. But what it is about these rankers that is just pull we in head first, and I'm talking for myself. You know, once I talk, I just talk for my whole self. What is it about these rankers that is pull we? Or you don't lie, be honest, send your messages on your voice notes. We need to confront this situation head on to save another woman from this madness. Caller, you live.
Aisha, I'll always tell you the truth. Humble, we just call boring, right? And I'll always tell you the good men boring. They work for honest dollar, they just be tired. A lot of times they can't perform, they snore very ugly, and they bring an honest dollar. And it depends on the woman to lock it down and invest it for him. He's so honest, and he does snore ugly. And in the morning, he touch you watch, and he say, boy, you know, I forget how to go for 7. He just go, and he just make an honest dollar. But poor fella, he just be tired. When me walking away, We sleep all day, the testosterone level high, excitement all day, we let the lady burst, and when we done, we have no money, they have to take me to court to get money. I shall lie, I gone.
No, but Mova, you're absolutely right. We will see the nice church going man, decent man, and we ain't go like he. But the one with the pants a little lower down, 2-3 chain on the neck, he's the ones that persons are attracted to. And I'm saying, what is the attraction? We need to confront this to save another woman from the madness.
Yeah, sure. What the jail going wrong with this young lady? Honestly, wow. Kingsley and all too. Well, boy, I was about to make a recommendation, but I was about to tell the young lady, well, hear what? I was about to tell the young lady that Kingsley would have been a better choice than the young man who is behind jail. But apparently, the two of them is the same thing. Young lady, come on. Bow out gracefully and stop having a guy who is behind bars who can't even make a life for you at the end of the day play a fat donkey. With all due respect, come on. Grow up. That's not love. You can't see that you're being used. You minding a man literally behind bars? That is obviously why his parents would allow you to... They would love no better thing than to allow you to get into a relationship with the son who's behind bars. Come on, young lady, grow up.
So Melissa Matthews says she don't want any church man either. So Melissa, why you don't want a church man? What is it? Is it the thrill? When he show up, what's going on? What happened? He rough you up a little bit. He push you. What is it? What is it? All they need to tell me. We need to confront this situation today and put it to rest. Call Iwer Live.
M-O-N-E-Y, love. That's what they want.
So you're saying it's the fast money?
That's right. Let's turn and listen.
Thank you so much. No, we have to confront this. My lines are crazy, my voice notes are crazy. Let me see how I can get it in.
Good day, Aisha. Them young girls have nothing in the brain. They like too much bling bling thing. They like thing what glittering along my neck.
Rena says a church man broke her heart. Rena, really do share.
Aisha is the white vest they like. The white vest and the white t-shirt, that is what they like.
But the white vest is $3 for $20 in tongue. White t-shirt is $3 for $100. Come now, call Iwer Live.
Yes, good afternoon, Aisha.
Good afternoon.
I asked a rather important question, but actually disconnected to the very thing that you made mention to, which is church. Why do they not like the more decent man? Okay, well, this problem really began as the problem with our first pair. So women are really designed to really depict mankind in relation to God. So the male gender is really supposed to represent God, and the female gender is to really represent mankind. Well, of course, now it's not all of mankind. So you have the chaste woman, which represents the church, and the harlot, which represents everybody else. So the problem now, since this episode, human beings have a tendency to express that natural femininity and masculinity at extremes and appreciate it at extremes. The pendulum swings both ways, actually. Men are more drawn to women who advertise their sexuality more heavily, even though idealistically they may say they would appreciate a woman who would be... Hello?
I'm here listening to you.
Yeah. They would appreciate a woman who is a good wife, take care of the children. Most men want that. However, the woman who would heavily advertise her sexuality would tend to get his attention. Some would get his attention to a detrimental extreme, which may lead to the collapse of a relationship or marriage, as the case may be. Vice versa. Women are drawn to the alpha male. Every woman wants the alpha male. So we may, at certain levels of societal behavior operations, we commonly say colloquially, well, in modern times now we say, Zessa? But everybody, or the Dan, or whatever words that we use on the street, but at every level of society, women always tend to favor the alpha male, basically. So, at street levels, you may be discussing zesters. but there's just at every strata of society, really. Whoever is in the office, in the corporate world, wherever, the person with more money, the person who is the boss, the person who is able to have command over others, that is the woman, that is the man that would get the attention of most women. And at the lowest level.
So are you saying most women need psychiatric evaluation?
Well, it's not well, you may say psychiatric evaluation, but it may be a very, very extremely difficult problem to correct. Because like I said, the pendulum swings both ways. So even though you get that corrected, how do you correct that? Of course, I would say Christ. But even though you get that corrected, you're going to have the problem emerging on the other extreme, where men, which traditionally used to be, but because they have tried a new experiment that doesn't actually work either, where women are said to be equal to men, it is actually leading to women being superior to men. At least they are striving for that. But while women were in subjection, it was a situation that gentleman they discussed who was in prison. The men tend to, in ages gone by, you had more men like that operating. You had more men that were ladies' men. So you're going to have that problem. So I'm afraid it is easier said than done. But actually, Christ is the answer.
Thank you.
I say Christ is the answer, not just in a repetitive, meaningless way, but actually take those words seriously. Now, if a woman takes those words seriously, she really is supposed to be in subjection to a man, because that is really supposed to represent Christ's church in subjection to him. However, when she learns that the man also has to learn about Christ and need to know that Christ has to love the church. But this is how destructive it's going to be. But unfortunately, people who are outside Christ tend to take it to extremes and abuse each other. Whether it is the woman who doesn't regard a man as being a true male and the character that he ought to be. Like you said, she would view him as somebody who is, well, he's a good provider. He's a hard worker, etc., etc. But be that as it is, he's not a thrill. Just as we love to see women with short skirts, and very sexually revealing clothes and sexually enchanting behavior, it is the same way that women love to see the tough, hard male that is just more mean than everybody else.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you for sharing. I have 2 interesting messages on Facebook, and I'm going to read them for you. One from a man. He does not want to be named. He said he has been a church guy, a loving guy, a family guy for the past 12 years, and recently found out that his wife is having an affair with a zessa. He said it was hard for him to accept in the beginning, but he realized that it's beyond his control. He thought that he was who his wife wanted. He did everything right. He was the perfect father. He worked, he take care of the home. He took care of his wife, and she started having an affair with a man who cannot provide for her. So he doesn't understand it. It's a sad situation, though. Reading it, I'm almost moved to tears for you. And then I have a message from a woman. She also does not want to be named, and she says she does not care. It's something about the metal on the neck that is be blinging. That is just a turn on for her. So maybe it's the jewelry for her. I don't know. Anyhow you take it, it's psychological. Let me read some more comments, yeah? All right, someone says the first problem is who make them rankers do. Why Zessa man and Bandit man have so much appeal that needs to be explored? Why don't the so-called nerds have the women swooning over them? And the nerds are more likely to be good fathers than providers. Well, you just heard from one. For the last 12 years, he's a good father and a good provider. And guess what? His wife is secretly having an affair with Zessa. There's nothing he could do about it.
Good afternoon again. The reason why I would say it flat, the question was asked. You asked the question why young ladies don't like church guys. Let me tell you something. Not every guy that is in the church fears God. The church is filled up with so many persons, right? And because young ladies, number one, go into the church looking for the wrong thing, you have the wrong mindset. right? You go in there looking for a husband, and here what the devil have his people. The devil would place the same guy, because it have guys going into the church to look for a church girl, right? So it's vice versa, right? And they end up getting into the wrong relationship, the wrong marriage, and then here what? They're looking for the pastor to solve it, and they're looking for other people to solve it. No, it's about taking the time to know somebody. You would see it. You would see a big difference. You would know somebody who fears God, and I stand on that, because I am not saying it because I go to church, but I know what to look for, and I stand on that. It's a principle. Not every man that goes to the church fears God. You will know your spirit. I just tell people, spend time with God, honestly, and God will point you to the person who is for you at the end of the day.
Thank you. All right, someone says, there is a lot of factors: money, excitement, the dangers involved, the fear that it's a rank for a woman to involve with a zessa. She have a sense of security, low self-esteem, the list goes on and on. Yes, rough talk, demanding her what to do, the way he dressed, the set of gold on his neck, the wrists, and the sex, plain talk. Zessa men are better in bed. Interesting indeed. All right, somebody saying them don't want to go to God. They rather go to a man who holding a gun, and they will have to be fearing for their lives. I guess so. All right, let me play another voice note. I'll come back to the phone lines.
I have another take on it. You see just how police and soldiers don't like each other? You know why police and soldiers don't like each other? Because police and soldiers like to look for women on the outside, right? And the woman always like the officer or the soldier. The woman always like the soldier man, because the soldier man have bigger guns. And right now, the problem we have in Trinidad is the bad man and the criminals, and them have big guns like the soldier man too. So that the problem we have by women, there's like bad man. Like, it's all about the gun, you know. Something about the gun. It's a demon on the gun that just control people. That is what it is. It's not just the money, because most of the time, the woman just have to spend more money on that bad man when she had to go and look for lawyer and bail money, and she had to go and do all kind of thing to get money to take him out of prison every time he get locked up with that gun. But she just like to know that she have a gun, man. Just leave that voice note Aisha talking about the women that go to church and they don't fear God. So that is the reason why things just happen like that with church man, and no woman don't want no church man. God is to love, not to fear. The devil is coming to do your evil. You fear somebody that is coming to do your evil. That's where the fear comes in, not God. God is to love.
So is it that it all boils down to the romance and the sex in the relationship? Because here we have a plain example of two different scenarios. This man in particular, who, and I'm going to go with this as we get ready to shut down the show, he is in a relationship with his wife for 12 years, and he felt that they were happy. They have children. They have the perfect marriage. They go into church. They God-fearing. And recently he found her cheating with a zessa, a gun toter, a ranker. And he is of the opinion that he was doing everything right. So why would she be with a man like that? Is it plain talk, bad manners, the sex? Call her your life.
Yes, Sister Aisha.
Well, you're back in the thing again, boy. You loving the Tory.
I listen to everything. And you see what I tell you, the fear of God is the beginning of wisdom. You see, some people only talk God from the tip of the tongue. But when you have a deep relationship with God, it's the Spirit of God to lead you, you know. Because he says, he that findeth a wife findeth a good thing. God, the Spirit of God will lead you to the right woman, not you leading yourself. And that's where the whole breakdown will be. Because I see this woman and love this woman. It's not me, the Spirit that is that is the woman. Lead it to her. You understand? And that relationship will stand. Because as the caller said, in the church, Satan sent people to pull out God's people. Eh? He sent them. And then see a man coming looking nice, he dress up, looking nice, and you feel it. He come disguised. They had to be careful. You have to be careful. They live both places. They work in the house of God. But don't stand behind the Almighty God. Because the only other person has a shield, you know. Don't God be a shield, you walk this earth without fear, you know. That's why I tell you the beginning of fear. The fear of God is the beginning of wisdom. When you fear God, He will guide you, will lead you into all truth. And we have to be careful. We have to be careful. Because he said many are called, you know, but few are chosen from that many. You understand? You understand the word then? Many are called, the church full. But out of that church, the few got taken out. The few he taken out from that church. So that was serious it is, eh? And that was deadly it is. So when you say God, you have to mean God. You have to stand behind him. Let him be our shield. Nothing like that. Because you know why then? Them young girls get into that. They don't think about God. They don't want to know about God. They are going behind the worldly possessions. And all these things is vanity and vexation to the Spirit of God. Because he tells you, love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. Because if you love the things in the world, love of the Father Almighty is nothing new. So it's nothing. And I see, yesterday the young woman who the fellow take up to next, all these things is example, you know. But we have to think that as living example. Go behind the Almighty God, stand behind him, and you will be protected. He tells us he never gave us a spirit of fear, you know. You are not to fear no man. Any man have a gun is a coward man, eh? Any man have a gun is a coward man. He can't walk this way without a gun. Any man walking with the Almighty God, he don't need no gun. Because the Almighty says, touch not my anointed, nor do my prophet no harm. And then you don't have man of God anything. God himself sent angels, warring angels behind you. You don't sleep. Have a blessed night.
Thank you so much, brother. Let's take another one. Caller, you live.
Yes, hello. Once again. Hello?
Hi.
Yeah. It is not just, people say that, well, you find the same thing in this. That's what I said. Every sphere of society, you would find a situation where the alpha male is most sought after. That includes the church, unfortunately. And those who are not genuine, that is the church that is. Because God's true church is not composed of people who are not genuine. However, those who are not genuine, some of them actually stay that way, and others become sincere. In the church environment, you would find that women generally would gravitate to the pastor, whoever is the person with the popular appeal, who has more money, who is better looking, who...
Caller, let me ask you, what advice you would give to this man who reached out to us? And I want to commend him because men don't really talk about their personal business like that. Who reached out to us telling us he's in the church, his wife is in the church for years, but he recently found her cheating with a zessa, and he's of the opinion it's because of the bedroom. Maybe she's enjoying what she's getting out there.
Okay, well, what
advice would you give him?
The advice to be given there is for her to take up Christ more seriously, because apparently she never did take Christ seriously, or if she did, she departed at some point in time. Because if she is taking Christ seriously, then the bedroom would not be the most important element of the relationship. That's actually a problem that men tend to have more so than women. So she having that problem, it meant that she went to the church, but she didn't have her priorities correct. So apparently, just as the gentleman said a short while ago, people come to a church to look for a woman. You don't go to a church to look for a woman. This is the reason why God said, seek ye first his kingdom and his righteousness, and then all else will be added on to you. But people don't have that patience to wait. So they go into the church to look for a woman with the same vain intentions, or the same, should I say, carnally minded attributes. And they look for that and they find it there. One other thing I must say, where this church scenario is concerned, you would find that the church, those who are sincere, that is, the more sincere a church is, the more ugly ducklings that you would find. The more insincere churches, the more vanity loving, and what we would.
So should we? 1 minute. Should we judge a church based on the look of the congregation? Is that what you're saying?
Well, not only actually, it should first be the doctrine, but the look of the congregation is an expression of how serious they are.
Interesting.
Because the more serious they are, they tend to have the look. Christ said, "Abstain from all appearance of evil," and the more sincere that they are about Christ, is the less vanity loving, and to use our colloquial terms, bling that you would see among them.
So you're not going to be seeing the Versace's and the Gucci shoes and the all of that and the this and that. No, you won't see that in the true church. Is that what you're saying?
the more you see that, well, not just the true church, because even the true church unfortunately has that, but the more often that you see that, that is a sign that there's something wrong with those persons in terms of their commitment to Christ.
Interesting.
And getting involved with persons like that is the same as getting involved with people in the world. As a matter of fact, it's more dangerous.
Interesting.
Because, yeah, it's more dangerous because the fact that they go to church and they speak Christ and talk about Christ, what have you, is more deceptive because you're likely to think, oh, well, this person is, they are unto God, so they are likely to go in the right direction. They do all the right things, and that's where you're mistaken. Because that heart is not converted, and that is an unsuspecting assault that will come your or likely to come your way.
Thank you for sharing that with us. Interesting indeed. He sounds like a pastor. I should have asked him. All right, let me see what else you guys are saying on the outside. All right, what the hell is he talking about, Aisha? Is all about the bedroom. If it's not good in the bedroom, well, salt for he or she. You have to keep it spicy in the bedroom. Says who? Guess who? Mr. Bagel.
Aisha Tobago in the house here again. Your girl are cracking up here in my kitchen. Why is that cooking? Cracking up here in my kitchen. Well, here now, Aisha, I set a standard for myself growing up here. I don't want no man who does smoke, drink, no gamble. So here, I'm with my husband for almost 30 years. We married almost 21 years. And according to the say, a good man is hard to find. I know what I have, I don't know what I go get. Them who they in the married, they don't know how to be adventurous. Yeah, like they figure, some of them, especially church goers. So the man who the figure he had a perfect marriage, he was going work, home, church, work, church home, and then saying, well, all right, let me woo my wife. Sometimes we wives just want to be wooed. You understand, Aisha? Oh gosh, take me outside. Let me go driving. We might find a secret spot. You know, the wild side might come out our way. We might go back to the young days when we used to be courting. So that the figure that here was a marriage she and a lock she down. Well, Aisha, I good with what I have at home. And I according to Mr. Mover, a happy like pappy. So Tobago in the house locked on and listening.
Okay, Mr. Bigo on a roll giving advice today. Mr. Bigo, you're on a roll giving advice today. So you're saying it's all about the bedroom, nothing else. All who want to go to church, all who want to go to work, it's all well and good, but your wife must be pleased in the bedroom. Advice from Mr. Bigo. She's on a roll. All right, someone says, I think both men and women should talk to each other and let each other know what they want in the bedroom. Church ain't got nothing. Hold on. Church ain't got nothing to do with that. So you think they should discuss bedroom talk? All right, someone says, I don't think she loved him to begin with because she left one extreme for the next. Going to church doesn't mean having a relationship with God. Oh, Lordy, God, the cat make pups. Caller, you live?
Aisha, yeah, man, the bedroom is important, very important. As Mr. Bago, I have to give she thumbs up for that. Some men figure they marry a woman, and women too, you know, it happens with both male and female. I will put them in the house and just put them there like a trophy to watch. No, people want excitement, people want to live, they come, they're going to work, they're interacting with people. Yeah, and people saying, well, my boyfriend and me went Hilton the other day, you know, and you just saw your wife and talk about church. Another thing with the Christian and them, Aisha, some of them want to say, some of the women, I ain't doing that, that is ungodly. I ain't doing that, that is ungodly. The Bible said, let's check in the right ways and the fire, the better than the fire. So you have to do what your father, what pleases your father. What to do with it in marriage. Aisha, hear me?
My God.
Yeah, because it's real talk I'm beginning here. Some of them women say, I ain't doing that. That's ungodly. No. You give the man what he wants and keep a relationship until the God man is you. Women get intrigued with guns. Women, what if you realize, beside the bad boys, it has some bigger, older women, more mature women, they're more excited about soldier and police. One thing uniform, you doesn't even have to talk, but you can surely snap on your finger. Right?
So men or just sit down and talk to all the women who so-called Christian, or they handle all the stories, the so-called Christian men handle all the stories too. I love to understand, Aisha.
So this show needs another part and a part after that, because clearly some of y'all be wilding up in here. So, days where we reach. Okay, so some of the Christian women saying they ain't doing this, they ain't doing this, they ain't doing that. Some of the men ain't doing this, they ain't doing this, they ain't doing that. Lord God, eh? Sometimes I just wonder what is be going on in some all your home and thing, but it's too much for me to find out. No, we need to find a way, people, to address this situation. I'm feeling all the God people, and I'm loving all the God people and the God conversations and all of that. I'm loving them. Maybe it's the right conversation we should be having about marriage and relationships for it to last. So maybe we could consider the God conversation to the freaks. The freaks could be the freaks. We can't get rid of the freaks. We can't. Caller, you live.
Yes, good evening. A lot of people mistake this bedroom thing for joke. That is a very serious issue. It is not the most important component, but without the seriousness behind that component, it could affect all the other components like being good, minding the children, bringing money. Some women seem to forget the wildness, and some men also seem to forget the wild. So the same thing happened with women. With these fellas who, because all them thinking of them, you see them not thinking about looking for a loan and trying to put an extension on the house, Them mindset to one thing. That is why you find that most of the time some of the women will do that. And that is why you find that some of the times too, some of the men, you'll say, but that man has a nice wife and look at the game going with. Those are the things that it happens on both sides. That bedroom issue is a serious issue. Whether you're going to church.
But what's up? Thank you. No, listen, I had to end the show. Some of you watching too much Pornhub, So much all you watching too much Red Tube, and don't ask me how I know the names of them. But all you watching too much of them thing, because I can't understand what it is all you want in the bedroom so that a woman are doing. We're looking for an acrobat. What you want the man to do, Miss Lady, that he ain't doing? No, some all you watching too much porn and getting the wrong idea of how relationship should be. But let me sip my tea real quick. Caller.
I'm married 16 years now. If my wife gone for a gun man, here happening is the end of everything. I'm going to turn a Muslim. I want 3 wives. I ain't even vex. I want 3. She want 1, I want 3.
Brooklyn, you almost make me spit out my tea, actually. Almost. Caller, you live.
You hear it when you say.
Mova, this is madness. Mova, they throw God out the window. Mova, they throw away the Bible. They throw out God.
No, they're telling you the truth, Aisha. I mean, I always say, men needs to burst. Women needs to burst. Titillation is the word. And a lot of the time they give you the Bible and all. If you notice, I always talk on neutral ground, because if you are to educate people, you have to tell them the truth. When a man married, he want good sex, number 1. Next thing, good food, and a humble woman, she in charge. You understand? And most of the time, they forget the woman need titillation. She in charge. You have to make sure she bursts first. You understand? Otherwise, you go look for a man outside who has no light bill, no phone bill, no honesty, and all that. When he come in roaring, she run up the wall, cuss, get on all that. Bring the Bible on the side and start to get on with passion. You understand? And if you notice, the next day, she face the look good. She chest the guy up. She body looking nice, and all the other men watching. You understand? And we must speak the truth, because a lot of the people that want to hide behind the truth in church isn't good. And as always tell you straight, a good husband, humble, we just call boring. He pay the light bill, phone bill, this, that, and he just know ugly, and he tired. You understand? Because when a woman wants the time, she has the time. She needs the burst. She needs the burst. And if you can't satisfy her, a good husband, remember she will go outside the Father Day. John, if you don't come and breaking your so and so and this and that, you understand? And she will quicker hit the man she love a bottle in the head because he didn't come. You understand? He didn't come and chill out and all kind of thing. And when they go in the hotel, they have a good time. She needs the burst, Aisha. And the man is the same thing. Go on.
Me as well, it's just a nation of freaky people. Caller, you live.
Yeah, sorry to call back so quickly, but just shortly.
Yeah, because we just have a minute left of the program.
Yeah, it's not an issue of uniforms and who have guns. That's just this era where guns are popular. In an era gone by, it was men who carried knives and cutlasses and axes and what have you. Whoever is dangerous, women just tend to go for. You follow?
Yes, I follow. Papa. No, I am just convinced all is a nation of mad people and a nation of freak. All they telling me, oh, this show deserves a part two. Not me and all you. Get a sponsor and we go deal with that. It's just a nation of mad people and a nation of freaks. I'm convinced that's what we're dealing with out here. All right, people, I gotta leave it. I'm putting you back on in the capable hands of the parang. Well, they throw me straight off my parang today. But we're going to be dealing with the real issues tomorrow, politics, etc., etc. It's good to stray from it a little while, a little now and again. If you're not following my Facebook page, I suggest you do. Stuff like this happens there all the time, just saying. As I usually say, TNT, you would do a good deed today. Until tomorrow when we come with something else, something new, something hot on the official station that defends the nation. Bye.
Talk your talk, but we know talk. Come talk with us. The Street 919